Here we are again, folks, back to take a look at the brand new Storm Equinox up against one of the best Storm asymmetric pearl balls to ever come out, in my opinion, and that is the Virtual Energy Blackout. Since the Vibo was recently discontinued, I wanted to see how these two stack up against each other, and we're going to take a look at that now. My first impression of the Equinox is that it's pretty smooth and even and not necessarily super quick to change direction or super sharp down the lane. The cover also isn't terribly strong or diggy. It's marketed, and according to Storm's website, it is just a tick above the R2S formula, and it really feels that way. It feels really medium and not crazy diggy or like a high load of nano where it really wants to pick up and get going and create a bunch of traction. It does float pretty easily through the front part of the lane, and while you can see the core sort of winding up in the middle, it doesn't really pick up, and the ball doesn't really seem to start to hook or get offline terribly early. This is a stark contrast to the Vibo, which has a relatively high level of nano in that cover, being as it's a combination of R2S and NEX. As a result, the Virtual Energy Blackout is much diggier and wants to get offline much earlier, and doesn't necessarily float through the middle part of the lane as easily, and isn't quite as clean front to back as you can see here with the head-to-head shots. The Vibo for me was always pretty conditional because it's a pearl ball that demands a little bit of oil up front, so as they transitioned it was a good 2-ball, but I found my window could sometimes be a little small, or I would need to be in a little bit cleaner cover stock overall as a 2-ball as the lanes progress, just because sometimes surfaces hook more or conditions hook more, especially in today's game. The Equinox feels a little more middle of the road and a little more balanced overall. I think the cover is right smack in the middle as far as total hook potential, total strength. It can handle some oil, but it doesn't demand a lot of it, so Storm has marketed this as a ball that's great for your medium conditions, your average house shot, and I think that's exactly what we got here. It's also pretty clean and responsive without being terribly sharp or terribly allergic to oil, so once again it's just kind of right in the middle. It really does find itself right in the middle of my larger ASIM stuff, and really honestly cover-wise, it's right in the middle of my bag. On today's conditions, those cleaner covers can be super usable. A lot of our surfaces are getting older. Here at Millennium, we're pushing 20 years, and so this type of a clean cover is going to be super usable in League. The Equinox is available February 7th. You can go get yours at your local Storm VIP Pro Shop, or come see me at Bowl 101 inside Millennium Bowl here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. As always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.